Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Hope you are liking our videos. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. Today we are going to review the Lava Agni 4, a device from an Indian brand. In the box you will get the device, 66 watt adapter, USB type C to type C cable, which is a good thing, a protective case, not a very good quality, SIM ejector pin and free home repair and replacement card. Let's start with the design and display. Lava Agni 4 build quality is top notch considering its pricing. It feels solid and comfortable in hand, featuring an aluminium metal frame, visible antenna lines and matte glass finish on the rear side. The device definitely feels premium because no other brand is offering such a solid build quality in this price range. The device comes with a horizontal capsule shaped camera design similar to Pixel device and it looks good overall. However, the Agni branding on the camera module is a bit annoying. Apart from that, the design is simple and subtle. It comes with an IP64 rating, so it can handle some water splashes but not a full IP68 rating. The matte glass back catches fingerprint easily, so you will have to clean it often. Using a good quality case is recommended. Let's put some flash on the display. Lava Agni 4 comes with a 6.67 inches 1.5K AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and 1350 nits brightness in HBM mode with a Gorilla Glass 5 protection on the display. The display is bright enough for outdoor use and clearly visible under direct sunlight. I didn't face any flickering issues. By default, the display color profile is set to vivid, which makes color look oversaturated. I strongly recommend you to switch to natural mode for more accurate and pleasing colors. Watching content on the Agni 4 is a good experience. It supports wideband L1 and up to 4K HDR playback on YouTube. The optical in-display fingerprint sensor works well and even unlocks reliably with wet hands. Now let's talk about the software experience, which is one of the most controversial part of Agni 4. The UI has improved significantly compared to Lava's older devices. It feels smooth, app opening and closing animation works properly, and there are no ads or bloatwares in the UI, which is a huge plus because no other brand except Lava and Pixel devices are providing this such clean experience. Compared to the flagship UIs in Android like One UI and Oxygen OS 10, if they are 10, then Lava is around 6 or 6.5, not more than that. It has way less features compared to these flagship UIs. I didn't face any major bugs in the UI, but there are some issues. You can't switch between control center and notification panel with left-right swipe. You must swipe from the top, which feels inconvenient. Switching back to regular notification layout fixes this, which is like OG Google notification shade. The phone launched with Android 15 and even after 4 months, it's still on Android 15. Lava promises 3 years of Android updates and 4 years of security updates. We really hope Lava is working on the update and provide the Android 16 soon. Now let's put some light on the performance and benchmarks. All benchmarks were conducted at room temperature without AC. The device is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 8350 4nm chipset paired with LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.0 storage. In Antutu, it scored 1.7 million with max temperature of 45 degrees, battery drained by 10%, CPU throttling for 30 minutes throttles to 80% and temperature was 37 degree. Pretty good for a performance-centric device. In Geekbench CPU single core results, it scored around 1350 and in multi-core around 4150. In GPU benchmarks, it scores around 9500, which is a good score. In the 3D Mark stress test, stability is around 80% and in real-world performance, it reflects the same. The maximum temperature recording during the heavy stress testing was 47 degrees, which is acceptable. Now let's talk on battery. The Lava Agni 4 packs a 5000 mAh battery with 66 watt fast charger in the box. In my testing, it charges the device 1% to 100% in 45 minutes and I have got screen on time of 6 hours and 55 minutes in all day 5G usage on moderate usage, which includes 1 hour 20 minutes of gaming and other normal PT tasks like YouTube, Hotstar watching, Twitter, Instagram scrolling, WhatsApp, etc. It can deliver one full day of battery life on 5G with normal usage. Still, a 6000 mAh battery would have been better. This mid-ranger has a flagship feature which is USB 3.0. It is a standout feature USB 3.2 Gen 1 port, which is even rare in some flagship devices. With the help of USB 3.2 Gen 1 port, it allows faster file transfer, easy screen mirroring to larger displays like television, tabs, laptops, PCs, projector, etc. kind of things. This is a great move by the brand. There is also one unique feature on the device, which is Action Key, which is a customizable physical button with three options from single click, double click, and long press. You can assign actions like silent or ring, camera opening, torch on off, SOS control, and open apps you want. It's a useful feature, but it's nothing exceptional. Vayu AI is okay but not impressive compared to ChatGPT or Gemini. Good thing is Circle to Search is present and works fine. Talking on to the gaming department, please note that gaming was done at room temperature without AC or a fan. In my testing of 2 hours of continuous gameplay, I have played games like PUBG COD and which includes 30 minutes of combined Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact. Max temperature recorded was 43 degrees and battery dropped by 37%. Heating isn't a big issue, but battery drain is noticeable, mainly because it has a 5000 mAh battery while competitors now offer 6000 mAh or more. PUBG and COD Mobile was smooth and stable, minor stutters and around 3 to 4 FPS drops in playing for around 30 minutes. And the maximum temperature during these games were 38 degrees. In heavy games like Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves, temperature goes up to 43 degrees Celsius. Frame drops were there and less stable performance on these heavy games. The device handles PUBG COD Mobile as per legend are car X street games smooth but struggles in very heavy games. Highest setting available for games PUBG Max Graphics HDR plus Ultra 40 FPS at Max FPS Smooth plus Extreme 60 FPS. Didn't provide Extreme plus option with 90 FPS and they have pushed many updates but they still not providing Extreme plus FPS for PUBG. Maybe they are not providing the update mainly because of the battery consumption, which happens more at 90 FPS in PUBG gameplay, even though processor is powerful enough to handle at 90 FPS easily. In COD Mobile, max graphics was very high plus max 60 FPS and max FPS was medium plus ultra 90 FPS. In Wuthering Waves, max graphics were quality high resolution 30 FPS, custom high resolution 60 FPS. In Genshin Impact, max graphics were highest quality at 30 FPS and max FPS was custom 60 FPS. Now let's talk about audio haptics and connectivity. Agni 4 has a dual stereo speaker, one at the top and one on the bottom. The speaker delivers a good quality output with loud noise and clear voice with some bass and surround sounds. While you will notice a slight distortion at the max volume, sound quality with TWS is also good. It includes network background stream feature, allowing you to play back in the background without YouTube Premium. While locking and unlocking the device, the sound is weird. I strongly recommend you to turn them off. Now let's talk about the connectivity. The call quality is good and I haven't faced any issues. I have tested Geo 5G on this device. Still excellent outdoor performance, but sometimes indoor it is inconsistent, like switchbacks to 4G from 5G. In connectivity, you will get dual nano SIM option, no micro SD card slot, IR blaster which works fine, Wi-Fi 6.E, Bluetooth 5.4, 14 5G bands. Haptics are good for the price and have improved after the updates. However, no option to adjust vibration intensity and no vibration feedback during brightness or volume adjustment. Vibration works during setting page scroll and app switching, and the haptics are better now. Now let's talk about the camera, which is another controversial area in this device. On the rear you will get a 50MP OmniVision main sensor with OIS and a 8MP ultra wide. On the front you will get 50MP Samsung GN1 sensor. In rear camera, daylight photos have natural colors. Details are good for close subjects, but in distant subjects lacks details. Dynamic range needs some improvement. 5x zoom shots is now usable after updates. Over 5x zoom shot, the quality degrades. Video quality is average and details are lagging. On the front camera, it takes good selfies with okay details and slight beautification in a varnish tone. Night photography from both rear and front cameras are average. From both rear and front cameras, you can record up to 4K 60 fps, which is a good plus for a front camera. Overall, the rear and front cameras are average and needs a lot of improvement over OTFDX. This is the video. Final verdict on the Lava Agni 4. Look, Lava has improved a lot, but there is still room for improvement, especially in software refinement and camera performance. It comes with some flagship features in a mid-range device like premium aluminum build USB 3.2 Gen 1 ports and action key, which is rarely seen in a mid-range device, with some great performance, good display, strong audio and haptics, and decent battery lives. Lava needs to keep improving to become mainstream, especially in this AI driven era. It won't be easy, but they are on the right path. When the phone launched in India, Lava mentioned plans to launch it in the UK market, but it now looks like those plans were dropped due to rising components costs in this AI era. Thanks for watching till the very end. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe so we can bring you more better content every time. Drop your questions in the comments. I will always be happy to help you. Please subscribe.